Hi, students and parents. Thank you so much for joining us for today's webinar on how to build your essay and personal statement for your college applications. We will begin the webinar in some time. Before that, I would like to introduce ourselves as TNI Career Counseling. We are a certified global admission advisory venture founded by experienced and passionate individuals with top degree in their respective field. Over the years, TCC has serviced 1,000 plus students with 99% satisfaction and helped students in securing $2 million of scholarship. Moving on to this slide, I would like to introduce a little bit about our services. We cater to the high school students. We have life coach and profile building session. That is our mentoring program. College application guidance, summer school application guidance, test preparation coaching like SAT, ACT, IELTS, and TOEFL. We do provide extracurricular support to the students to build up their profile and their resume. Once a student get an admit, we do work with the family with regards to the loan, visa requirement, travel, and foreign exchange. Moving on, these are some of our students' success stories. As you can see, each of these students have their own success story to tell you. Mriganka, for example, she's studying at New York University, a major in economics. Swaha, for example, she's studying at Smith College for Women, a major in mathematics, and so on. Moving on, I would like to introduce our founder of TNI Career Counseling, Mr. Dhaval Mehta. Mr. Mehta completed his bachelor's from University of Michigan, double majors in computer science and economics. He went on to complete his master's from Columbia University. Currently, he is doing an executive MBA from Cornell University. I would like to also introduce you to our two co-founders we have, Mr. Kevin Zanjani and Mr. Chirag Bhatt. Mr. Kevin completed his education, bachelor's education from University of Michigan. He went on to complete his master's from UC Irvine and an MBA from USC Marshall School of Business. Mr. Chirag Bhatt is an alumni of IIT Chicago for his bachelor's, and he completed his master's from Stanford University. I would like to introduce our team, Ms. Boski, Mr. Akshay, myself, Rahul, and Yasser is present during this call. I would like to also talk about a little bit about our iGrad magazine. Our monthly magazine, iGrad, works like a liaison between the students, the universities, and the educators. As the voice of higher education, iGrad strives to bring invaluable expertise to students by making them aware about the education industry across the globe. It's a platform for three key components of the industry to interact, question, discuss, and decide, be it our news and analysis from the education world or the opinions from the brightest mind in global academia. We focus on helping students excel in their respective field and achieve their dreams. That is more about our iGrad magazine. Moving on, this is the agendas for today's webinar. Now I would like to invite Ms. Boski to take over. Boski, over to you.
Thank you, Rahul. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. So without wasting any time, let's start. So what we are going to cover, we will be doing university essays, why they are important, common guidelines, some tips and mistakes to avoid, and we will also show you some sample essays. Let's go on to the next slide. So, okay, first let me tell you the basic difference between Common App and UCAS. So US and UK universities evaluate participants quite differently. So all the applicants have different benchmarks. So in the US, they practice holistic admissions, which means while colleges look primarily at your grades and TET scores, they are also concerned with the whole student and consider your extracurriculars and accomplishments as well. So the Common App reflects that interest in holistic admissions by including an extensive activities section and by phrasing their essays prompts to get students to show something of themselves that goes beyond their academics. While in the UK, admissions are mostly program based. So UCAS, which stands for Universities and Colleges Admission Service, is a UK organization that's main job is to run the application process for undergraduate UK universities. In that respect, it is pretty similar to Common App and provides the same function as Common App does in the US. So Common App essays are almost 800 words, and while in personal statements of UCAS, they go for 4,000 characters. In Canada, there is also when you apply for Canada universities, they look out for student profile essay and why you are a strong candidate. Australia, on the other hand, actually is a country which will mostly look at your scores more than what you have written in your essay. And again, Singapore and Hong Kong will ask for two essays. Rahul, can we move? Yeah. So why Common App is important? So it is mandatory for all the students. Basically, it's a directive to connect with your selection committee. It is very critical. See what happens. You can show your scores to the admission committee, but Common App essays, the essays overall, are a way to show your personality, your achievements, your overall goal to your selection committee. That ways you can actually impress them, and that's why it's found in one study that 50%, 57% of the institutes actually place a lot of emphasis on the Common App essays, and these essays actually can also show the traits which your academic reports cannot show. Can we move to the next slide? So this year, Common App, this is just for this year, I must tell you, 21-22, they keep on changing the prompts. So this year, what we have given you an example, what they had asked for the prompts. So they had asked for background, identity, interest. And then the second one was any obstacles which you had encountered and how those obstacles affected you and how you came out of it. Then the third one they asked was challenge, any questions when you question or challenge a belief, what prompted your thinking, and then if you are, is there something that has made you happy or thankful in a surprising way, or any accomplishment which you had, or any topic or idea or concept you found so engaging that it made you lose all track of time, or any share. Then of course the last one was share any topic of your choice which you have already written and respond to a different prompt or one of your own design. So these prompts are actually very important. We can move on the slide, Rahul. These prompts are very important. You need to choose the prompts correctly so that you are able to write them, reflect your personality through these prompts to the selection committee. And also see, so we are going for tips for Common App essays. So what happens that you may think that a prompt which is very wide or which is extraordinary, I can choose that. It is not like that. Just select something with which you can relate to. Many students assume their essay should resolve around unique topic. It's nothing like that. You can make a topic unique. Pick the best essay prompt. Whatever, again, see, nothing is, not all the 7 prompts which we saw earlier, they all are diverse. So always you should relate to the prompt and then start writing it. And stick to the word count, I would say. Always use your space properly. Details are very important. So whenever you are starting, you can always bring in your personal experiences, anecdotes, or story. Actually, a story, if you tell an essay, write an essay with a story, it gives a very good impact. And whenever you're writing anything, always go back to your peers, especially to your counselors. Get back to your counselors, let them proofread it. Then again, you can make another draft and let them again do it. It will always improve your prompts, your essays. Yes, Rahul, can we move? Rahul, can we move the slide? Yeah. So what to write about in UCAS? So always look for course description. So in UCAS, you have to understand the qualities and skills and experiences it requires, your course requires. Always tell them why you are interested in this course, your ambitions, and also any achievement you had. See, It may sound cliche that no achievement is small, but it is actually true when you're writing your essays. So any achievement, even a smaller one, you can write about it, and it will show your personality. Anything in your extracurriculars you have been associated with, sports, music, any hobby, you should write, mention that. Mention your volunteering work also, anything you have done in the social society or anything that will add to your essay. It will add to what you are trying to reflect yourself for to on the subcommittee. Rahul, can we move, please? Okay, so a lot of kids which come to us, these are just few mistakes we have taken out. That lot of essays we edit, we see a lot of these kinds of mistakes. So never write your essays in a rush. Give it a time. Read your prompt. Whatever you have chosen, it's not necessary that you may choose one prompt and then you think, "Hey, should I choose the other one?" It's okay. You can choose one prompt, start writing on it, and then you can again go back to another prompt if you are able to relate to it. So give it some time. Read about it, think about it, give your essay some time before you submit it. Yeah, of course, do not copy paste at all. Plagiarism anywhere is not justified. Be original. You may say that I want to change the world peace, all those kinds of goals, but that is very vague. Just be original. Tell what you want to do in your life. Be specific. Avoid any slangs or informal languages. That, of course, is not acceptable. Always stick to your word limits. A lot of students, what they do, because they are writing so much, they think that if we write a lot, that if we will be able to impress the committee. It doesn't happen. You have to stick to your word limit. And of course, no false information. Rahul, we must move the slide, please. So now, uh, what we wanted to show you some samples of sample essays. Whatever questions you have, you can actually put on the chat and we will address them later. So just the chat is open, chat box is open. You can do that. So this is a personal essay. Okay, when you start writing an essay, I would just suggest don't get stressed out trying to think of killer opening. It doesn't work like that. Always try to be succinct and draw the reader in, but don't be gimmicky. If nothing comes to mind, just go straight to the point. And which is why you are tell everybody why you are choosing this particular clues. Okay. So this is our student who I think stop. Can you Rahul just magnify the screen, please?
Sure.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yes, yes. So this is a UCAS. So look. So this student of ours chose a Common App prompt which asked to describe any event which helped her in personal development. So I would ask you to look at the first line of the essay. It is not borrowed. See, it is not a quote. It is her realization. See how she has put her sense of excitement on the paper. So the student actually, she went to Spain, and there she saw where the Islamic scriptures were written, and she was amazed by it. And so you see, she connects. She saw this, and then how she connected it to the life around her. This girl is from Mumbai, and she saw this and she was amazed to see Islamic scriptures. But then she also connects this diversity, this which she said that I saw that it was so diverse. I am in my jeans and in my t-shirt, and how I see Islamic writings on a cathedral, how it was so diverse. It is like an amalgamation, and how it changed her now. And she keeps on going through it. See, when we move on to the essay, she tells us that when I look inward in India, how that same diversity is comes out differently. She talks about Hindus and Muslims, and she talks also, of course, she goes back to her personal history, that how her grandparents came to India when there was a partition. So this girl actually has born and brought up in divided India, in a free India, where Hindus and Muslims are actually living for most number of years peacefully, of course. But her grandparents, because they had seen that partition, they had seen those rights, they are not very sure. They still have that theory that no, that diversity does not work. And that's the conflict she had, and how she tries to understand this conflict by reading a lot of different books. So she tells that she read Persepolis, and then she read The Hate You Give. Rahul, can you just move the screen? Uh, can you scroll it? Yeah, yeah. So how she also tells that she read different books so that she can understand this interdisciplinary faith. And then she connects this diversity, this culture, to the diverse culture in India. Uh, See how she goes on to describe her sense of discovery and eventually her purpose for the knowledge of intercultural society. And also, then she talks about her passion for reading the books on the interpersonal faith, and the same passion now she is dreaming to start a book drive. See, we go down. Can we go down? Yeah, so she read lots of books about it, and she now what she's trying to do, that she wants other youngsters also to understand this. And that's why she wants to it's a dream to start a book drive, so other youngsters like her become more open minded and understand the benefits of diverse cultures, which is India. So how, see, now look at this essay, how she has connected her amazement, her excitement, her realization to her personal growth by simultaneously going back to her family history, connecting it to her future, and how she is going to uh, participate in the society through this knowledge. If you have any questions regarding this also, you can put it in the chat box, please. Next, we'll go to the this another sample essay. Rahul, can we go to another essay? Yeah. Thank you. So this is actually a UCAS personal statement by one of our students. Her name is Hana Basu. So again, I would just, yeah, look at that. I would specifically ask you to read her opening. So I would again say that you don't have to stress on a killer opening. Don't look for any epiphany. Don't think that you can borrow a quote and you can start it. No, just your journey. The journey of your life actually is the best story of all. Describe your journey. See, it may seem mundane to you, but when you start writing, think about it, go back to your life and think about it and start writing, it will not be mundane to the other person who's reading it. And that's the art of writing the essay. You have to make it both interesting, and also you have to make it appealing. So look at this one. So she says she has not. This is the first line is very generic actually. That year 2020, what happened? Because everybody knows what happened with the COVID and how it has affected it. Everybody. So she tells about this and how she witnessed a family member suffer during this time and how this affected her firsthand. Both, she said, both socio-economically in the domain of life sciences. The first line itself, she has connected her essay to her career. And it is not a powerful, see, you can see the first line. It is not any killer opening or anything like that. It is just a simple opening. So you can go on. See what she says that the first line is generic, but see how she's building it up with personal touch, and then she seamlessly gets to the point why she wants to study in the UK and how that would help her achieve what she wants. In the first paragraph, she has summed up her whole essay just in few lines. Now, when we go down, we will read, she will describe her journey. So you can also do this. Again, I would say that go back to your journey, whatever small achievements you have, whatever contributions you have made in the society, or even your friends. If you have ever had a friend, bring it out. It shows your kindness, it shows your empathy. Or if you have taught even two kids in your school, bring it out. It shows your voluntary work. If you have helped even your helper at like your somebody at your home, your helpers, you have helped their children study, tell that. That way is actually it will build your character. It will also help you understand yourself. So coming back, she tells that she has how she did her reviews and her research articles on interaction, and how she biology and chemistry, this how she got involved into it because of what was going on around her, and the interest was already there, but what happened after COVID, that affected her a lot, and that's why now she wants to go into this field and she wants to study in this particular university. I understand. I think you will be able to understand the point that how she is bringing in everything what they want, what the committee wants, in just few things. So then also, as soon as you crack your intro now, it only gets better. So Ahana goes on to describe her family background now, and now the field of medicine and how healthcare, how that fascinated her, and what she did earlier also in that field, all the research she did, and how she gained experience, and also how her extracurriculars were not just for fun. She said that we went to do this, we garnered all these reading books and all these things, but it was not. So whatever books also she's mentioning, it is always directed towards her goal. So you have to keep that goal in mind. See, when she's talking about her school curriculum, volunteering, and internship, how it helped her to opt for biotechnology, botany, chemistry, which again she says that which I'm currently pursuing at Christchurch University, Bangalore, and how that I've been a member of Biology Society. Now this is all her clubs and societies, which we have already discussed earlier. How these things are going to help her in the university. She has mentioned in the essay. So there's also one thing when you're writing your essays, you have to do a good research on your college as well, and your program and your faculty. So Rahul, if we go down, what happens that you have to understand what your faculty, what your program is going to teach you, and the people related to the program. The faculty members are also very important. If you do a thorough research of your faculty, your would-be professors, and you understand what they are going to do, and if you write about them, the college will think that, yeah, this student is actually interested. They took effort to understand our philosophy. They took effort to understand our mission, and they took effort to understand our research work and what our faculty is doing, what is going on in the campus. It always builds a bond. They can see that see you as a good candidate. Also, see what happens that it's not just that you want a good university. Where if you want a good university, a university also wants a good alumni. So they also want to see a kind of personality which will grow, which will eventually become and a good alumni, which will have growth in life. So it's also give and take. So if you give them what they want, they will give you, they will select you. So see how Ahana here, she shows interest in her program and also her professors. And ultimately she concludes that see how she has concluded, she has emphasized the importance of the UK degree, her college degree, and how it is going to help in her future career. Always keep your goal in mind and always stick to your journey. In both the essays which we showed you right now, you the flow is very important. Whenever you're writing an essay, just make sure that you have good introduction. You have, and in the introduction itself, you have you give what you want from the university, what program you want to do. Then you go back to your family background. Tell them what you are, what from where you have come. Tell them what you have learned. Go back to all your achievements. Go back to all your extracurriculars. Emphasize on any social work you have done, and then come to your goal. What, why, how are you going to apply these things in the coming, in the coming education, and how your education in your upcoming university or college is going to help you get these goals, achieve these goals, and how this faculty is going to achieve these goals. So keep the flow in mind and just keep on doing the journey. And I think that ways it's a very that ways you'll be able to crack the essays. Oh, just Rahul, can we go back to our slides, please? Yes, thank you. Yes, so a lot of questions come up when we are talking about essays. A lot of our students say that, how do we start? So I have given you a general, no, basic idea about what to do, what not to do, and how to go about it. But these are few FAQs that many people say that when should I start writing my essay? So that I have already told you that don't wait for your deadlines. If you have thought, if you have decided that I have to write this, I am going to apply here, take out the prompt and just start reading about it. Plan in as much time as possible to write your essay. Give it weeks, give it months also if you want to. Keep on going back to your essays so that you can refine them, you can edit them. How do I choose my essay prompt? Because we have discussed it already. I'll tell you that, see, it's best to speed a while reading and rereading all the essay prompts. See, the seven essay prompts that we saw, all of them were different. And if anything comes to your mind, just write it down. You can always have that notes, keep making notes so that if do something else too. And what happens that you may think that, okay, I should write this prompt. Okay, I should write this prompt because all the prompts look very promising. No, think about every prompt separately or whatever, whichever you think is right, and leave it for some time. If you're not able to decide, go back to it again. It's okay to leave a prompt and go back to it again, because it's all right. It's about your future. You can always go back to your essay. Does my essay have to be the same for every college I apply to? So yeah, actually, if you have cracked one essay, I think you can keep on editing it for whichever college you are doing. Just remember that few colleges have their deadlines, their word limits, and also few word characters. So you have to edit those according to the college requirements. Sometimes some colleges ask something more, some extra points. So you have to keep that also in mind, that what the college is asking from you. And accordingly, you can edit your essays. Don't copy paste. I will again repeat, plagiarism is not good. They will able to understand, they will know if you have lifted it from anywhere. Be original. But in your own original essay, you can keep on editing it and submit it to other colleges also. Now yeah, so there is a feedback link also here. And if there are questions, my team here is ready here. Team can have They can do that. So any questions? Right. Rahul, would you like to address anything here? Any questions here? Rahul? You can actually fill in the form here. It's a feedback form. It will make us whatever you have done. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I think I was on mute. So, as I said, that as soon as you know your prompts and you know when to, if you have decided on your university and your prompts, then you should start early. So as soon as you know that you jot down everything, start writing, think about what your goals are, where do you want to go, why do you want to study here, and research, do research about the university, about the program, about the campus, about the teachers, and then write your essay. You can always take help from your counselors. And after you have written the essay, keep on refining it. Keep on going back to it, edit it till you know that yeah, you are ready to submit the essay. And of course, keep on give it for proofreading to your counselors, to your teachers, so that you can also get back help. Any other question? Writing essays is an iterative process. Start early. Typically, it takes 3 to 4 months to ideate, draft, and finalize. So again, we would suggest that you should start early, think, and do a lot of research and start writing.
Thanks, Boski. I think that's very helpful. Also, what I wanted to understand is quickly, and I think one of the students has actually posted in the chat as well. Maybe you might want to take this question up. Is talking about what type of essays Indian universities ask to write. And I know Ashoka and most of the other universities have typically a type of essay where they're talking about specific questions on anything to do with something that's personal to you, or something where you see a loss, or you're talking about your journey. So there is a number of these type of questions that you see. Maybe that's what one of the I think Harnik Hora had to actually ask. So maybe if you want to just delve into how Indian universities versus the ones abroad are sort of looking at these questions. I know Ashoka is very similar to how the US process works, but if you want to take that up.
Sure. So you can have narrative essays. So Indian universities ask a lot of, there can be descriptive essays, or they can ask for some narrative essays, or there can be compare and contrast essays also. They can ask you to do that. And also you can always a narrative, you can always go by a storytelling essays. Narrative always allows the writer to tell a story about real life events, so you can do that as well. And many writers also use analogies. You can use metaphors, similes, allegories to visualize any type of essay as well. Here you can decide to share your emotions or personal experiences and details also in your different ways of essays.
So I can tell you one essay particularly that really brought my attention when Ashoka asked this particular essay, and it was sort of provocative, asking. So I'm kind of putting it out here to everyone, and says, women are trolled differently on social media. Do you agree or disagree? Write a reasoned response. So just think that they're asking you to think critically as well. So you could have on-spot essays where you are asked to write on a topic like this as well. So this is what I would try to ask you is that, you should also kind of be ready for current issues and maybe possibly write about current issues as well. So many universities, and Ashoka particularly, looks at how you're able to discuss current issues also well. Bosky, if you might want to talk about that.
Yeah. Yeah. So current issues, current topics, and politics also. A lot of colleges ask how the politics of the country affects you. So general knowledge and your how you are your background and your how you are looking, your perception of the society also will help you write the essays from there. So actually, one also kind of question was social media promotes armchair activism. Do you agree, disagree, and give reason to support your response? Because of course, a lot of students are on social media, and how Twitter, we can see that a lot of people doing that. So these kinds of prompts can come from Indian universities also. Then there was one, real men don't cry. That was also one there. So critically analyze this statement. One kind of essay was this one also. All right. Thank you everybody for participating here. We have already given the form. Please fill the form. And if you have any queries, you can get back to our team. We are winding up the session here. Thanks again. Thank you a lot.